The names that built this program are legendary. Lewis, Taylor, Reed, Portis, Kosar, Testaverde. And it is with reverence, respect, and excitement that we welcome you to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Longhorns will put total leather to crank us up. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the lone running back.
Nice.
They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Let's see what they've got on second down.
Oh.
Little touch pass to the receiver.
Cheap ass.
Across the 45. And he breaks into the open. And after gobbling up some serious yardage and showing off those wheels, he's finally out of bounds. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. From the shotgun, they'll run it.
Oh, that was bullshit.
Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown,
good drive, Ruben.
Miami. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter. But you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
When you think about when you hit those guys on the move, man, he's already flying so fast, and I got to adjust my angle as a DB and make sure I keep outside contained, and it's just it's a really easy play to run to get positive yards, especially in a situation like that where you're looking for the first down. You run that play, you get it. Nice, easy breezy.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams. We get to find out really quickly who's legit.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. They keep attacking through the air. He finds his man. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down.
Ooh, and that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
4th and 1, I got to know my situation. I got to know I can't mess around as a running back. I got to get through the hole, make the first down. No matter what, if I got to run somebody over, I'm running straight downhill, straight for those sticks, making sure I get that first down.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Fires to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Just led him a little too far across the sidelines. Makes the catch, but it's incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They're throwing for it on 4th down. Gets away from one. Steps away to find some room. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down.
No, honestly, it amazes me how many freaking tackles that he can freaking.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's
what
brought
now?
down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Seriously.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. I mean, they're about to run out of plays. 12th play of the drive coming up. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And the 4th option there is to throw it in reverse, and that's what happened on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for us.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. The play action fake. He'll take a shot. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Great job by the freshman. Kept his eyes in the right place and
Just
made
because
the
I couldn't
play.
audible somebody.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
Quick handoff.
Are you serious?
Crosses the 30, he's got to lay it. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
Takes the easy one to the back. And oh, did they know that one was coming? They'll knock him down in the backfield.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll try the run.
Wow.
At the 40, there he goes. And this defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attacked the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and attack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Quick pass on the jet motion. They're there to stop him at the 21 after a pickup of 2. already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this. The Hurricanes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He looks that one in nicely. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Now adjusting. He's going to take off. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Still running at the 40. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
At the 45 on its way. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can
strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. He'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown!
Yeah, he's my fastest receiver.
And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point.
Well, that's what happens when you play practice games against your brother.
A little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
He'll try to tack on one more.
Like, you didn't see my games against Rini, did you? My 40-plus runs, touchdowns against them.
Only 6 plays, and they finished with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback.
Oh, dude.
And here comes that Miami offense.
I made sure I got at least a punter.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion.
Ooh, you could have made that catch to the outside.
It'll be 2nd and 3. They'll immediately call timeout.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there.
Oh, what the hell?
As this game goes on,
all kinds of running room. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
Are you freaking serious? I should just call timeout on that.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. He'll call for the fair catch here. Just enough time for one final play of the half. This defense will try to keep everything in front. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now 7 defensive backs on the field getting ready for a passing down. He got a little antsy.
What the hell?
And they'll move him back. Not much of a decision to make there. The defense will move him back. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Defense dropping into soft coverage. The snap sets up the throw. Lets it fly. Picked off. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
Yeah.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Should not have scored that freaking.
And the Canes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fair catch called for and made.
Find the play I wanted.
So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Can't really audible as much as I wanted.
39, 1st and 10.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs managed.
Wait, is Matt there? Or Matt take off?
Having success like that, running the football on a 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. On the option. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
I was trying to pitch it there, but it made me do a back.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat.
Oh my God.
And this looks disastrous.
Why did my guy run
He
up?
goes a huge loss on that play.
The one that was dragging across.
You've seen his athleticism, his speed, his bend, and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
From the gun, running back gets to give. They pushed it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
Offensively, are you going to take 4 to 6 every play? Yes, please. Sign me up for that. I'm going to take that every single time. Great job by the offense. Staying patient, staying true to who they are. You want to run the football. You want to be physical. You want to establish yourself. Check, check, check.
Quarterback checking the play. Looking to go up top on 1st down.
Yeah, that was my fault. Son of a gun.
And it's caught inside the 20.
You saw that, didn't you?
And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
No, what I did was I thought you were playing, what do you call it?
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7.
Guys, one of the oldest
read option.
Spirited rivalries
So I brought him in.
FBS is
Oh.
being renewed today. Oregon and Oregon State are squaring off. Here is
Yeah,
the
where he runs to the side.
State overcame a tough opponent, and not only that, a raucous crowd. The Beavers tuned out all the noise and showed this team can win on its field, your field, or a neutral
I'm
field.
overthinking everything.
Well done. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today.
What?
He's a guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
It's so difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat thing. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that thing.
So after the 1st down run, here's 2nd down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
That has got to be demoralizing if you're on defense because they just ran the ball right up the middle, down your throats, and they gashed you.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep.
Of course.
And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down.
Of course, just when you think that I freaking got it, and then...
Offense getting set for 1st down. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he's dragged down.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting him to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the 1st down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Using the quick game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
In defense, you have to have great eyes. You have to have good vision of the quarterback to be able to see it. You could tell he's throwing the football right now. Watch the defense react, come up, get the wide receiver on the ground. He goes nowhere.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the 1st down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Just going to keep it after the snap. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the 1st down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can.
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense. Spread them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. Just about set to kick it away. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Oh, dude, my controller is not even, like, working right now. Oh, let's... Oh, yeah.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Miami 21, Texas 14.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here.
Wow.
Through the tackle, and he's got room to run.
And you want to call my earlier bullshit?
Finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage of the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
And the Hurricanes with the 1st and 10. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Brings up 2nd down.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Unleashes one. Got his man downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with a lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. They'll leave it with him. They make the stop at the 19 after a pickup of 5.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. With jet sweep pass.
Are you freaking serious?
He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that 3rd down.
That's a great job executing up front by the
No,
defense.
I hate it because my guy went
play.
left as soon as the play started.
Unconventional look from the offense on 3rd down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
By the way, I need to...
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is extended a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. NC State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This Pac team has picked itself up before, and they are capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Minnesota. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The expressway is wide open. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. They have a first down at the 41-yard line. Power football with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Wide receiver shows motion. He'll take it himself.
What the hell? What did I play?
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Like I don't even know what I chose.
Backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling them up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle them up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming, and you don't let that speed get to the outside.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to get there.
Sucked because
the
I couldn't
defense
audible there.
stands tall and makes the stop.
This is why 3rd down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field.
All right, well, good game, Ruben. All because I couldn't audible that one play.
Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Blasted as he lets it go. Finds him out of the backfield. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Man, I love this guy's toughness all game long. He's been getting hit. He's been sacked multiple times.
Dude, I thought I was going to get it. I thought I was done for.
Down the barrel, gets nailed, but is able to deliver a big completion for his offense.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Makes it past the marker. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 2nd down, looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone, and it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little, too late. It would take a
I hate that stupid little
miracle
ball.
to come back down.
It's not over yet. There's still a little bit of time on the clock.
It wasn't the same play, but I was the same,
Man, oh man, do you need some miracles to happen some way
concept
to get this football back and do some damage with it.
Here's the situation. First, they have to recover
I
the
hate
onside
kicking on
kick,
this side.
and maybe
Every time I
for a
kick on
play
this
or
side,
two.
I don't kick it good.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go.
I couldn't audible some plays earlier, then that freaking.
Get your butt on the ground, and most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Contact
wanna
in the
hurt your.
neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Looking for a productive play on first down.
God.
And they'll take a knee.
Good game.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays.
That motherfucker got me was that second.
Yeah, Reese, big time
Freaking
players make
touchdown
big
you got
plays in
right
big
before the
games,
half.
and that's what happened
Yeah.
in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters.
All right. Well, I guess I'll see you again in the playoffs. Gotta learn how to stop that run. I know how to stop your run now.
How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game.
I know how to stop your run.
Executing down the stretch like they needed to.
But yeah.
That's
All
going
right.
to do it for us.
Good game, Ruben. You have a good night. Are you going to continue playing, or?
Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And I could ask Matt. We could do that. Look at that, really talking smack, even though he loses by double digits to everybody. I lost by 3 against Matt, and I lost against 3 to you.